Calculus Universalis, and today we're going to be going over the derivatives of inverse functions. So let's start off with a quick little example. So if I have f of x equals x to the third plus 5, what is my derivative? And I ask you to find the derivative of f inverse x. How in the world are you even going to do that? Well, to be honest, it's really not that hard. You can do it implicitly or by formula. Now, I always prefer by formula because implicitly gets a little bit tricky, and you'll see why pretty darn soon. So the first thing you have to do is to figure out your f inverse of x formula. And if you remember how to do that, you're going to replace your x and your y, or switch them, like this. Solve for y, which is going to be y equals the cubic root of x minus 5, which is your inverse y. You have to be careful about picking your f of x, or picking your y's, because this y is different than this y up here, so it's just tricky and you gotta watch out for that. Now we can take the derivative of this function. And how would you do that? Well, it's gonna be, negative 1 over, I think, this quartic root of x minus 5, right? But it's really just alright, whatever. Now let's just solve this implicitly. D over dx, d over dx, then we're gonna have dy, gonna have dy over dx. This is our inverse y equals, if this is x to the negative, to the 1/3, it's going to be 1/3 x to the negative 2/3. So this is going to be x minus 5 squared, all in a cubic root underneath there. And that is our answer for this. So really all I have to do is find your f negative 1 of x and then derive it. However, there's a little bit easier way, and it's gonna get a lot more complicated. So you're gonna want to memorize this formula. The formula is this: the derivative of the inverse function is 1 over f prime of the inverse. Now, it's weird because you think, wouldn't it just be the derivative of f negative 1? And it's just simply not the case for some reason. So, we can pick a new problem. Let's do x to the 5th plus x plus 1, f of x equals. Now, what is f negative 1 of x? It's going to be, we're going to have to switch it and isolate x minus 1, and we're going to run into a pretty big problem here. Because it's just too much to find the, to really isolate the y. So what we're going to have to do is just, right off the bat, derive it implicitly, because this is our inverse already. It's just not simplified to where the y is isolated. So let's just do implicit. We're going to get 1 equals 3y cubed dy dx plus 1, which is just going to be plus dy dx, plus 0, factor out the dy dx. Go down here. Oh my goodness, would you look at that? We get our dy over dx equals 1 over 3 y cubed plus 1.